guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm surrounded by stuff today to come and do a decorative snippet roll. So I've made the snippet roll itself. If I just kind of clear the decks a little bit so you can actually see it. So it's super pretty and girly, like really gorgeous colours in all these kind of like ice cream shades. I would kind of describe these in the sort of mint green and pink. So really, really, really pretty. And I just thought, let's come along and decorate it and enhance it a little bit further with, you know, a bunch of different things that hopefully are going to look really, really pretty. So hold on a second. So sorry, I'm filming in my new setup, but I haven't got it quite straight yet. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of move the camera so that it was slightly, you know, hopefully a better view for you. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of things. Now, some of these things are sort of ice cream coloured, you know, what I would describe as ice cream coloured. Some of them aren't. So I don't know whether, you know, some of them might be completely kind of unsuitable. But yeah, I just thought we'd come along and sort of, you know, see what we can kind of get away with. So I'm going to use quite a few of these little rolled roses, the rolled ribbon roses. I mean, I didn't make mine. I bought them from a shop. I think I bought them from the range. I think I've bought them on eBay before as well, so you can get them kind of in all different places. But yeah, I just thought they would look quite pretty because they're a very delicate looking you know, flower, aren't they? So yeah, I thought definitely those would look really, really nice. So I'm just going to pick out a few of those. There's probably plenty there, although I mean, I say that that's probably plenty. I mean, you know, really you would think that I would learn, wouldn't you? But things like this actually take, you know, miles more than I ever expect, I think, you know, because the roll just always turns out to be bigger than I think. And, you know, just getting some decorative bits really does take quite a lot of filling. Now, I've got a couple of tassels. I don't know, I've got to be honest, whether I feel that they have a place on here or not. I guess it would depend, you know, whether I can kind of couple them with things that would look pretty. So, for instance, that there, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? But what I'm thinking is, if I actually married that with, say, one of my wax cabochons, you know, it hopefully takes it kind of to the next level and makes it really sort of fit in on the roll. Now, this is where I now find I haven't really got any that are quite the right colour. So let's just try this one. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, love how that looks. So yeah, I mean, again, it's just going to be kind of trial and error, what we can kind of get away with on here and what we can't. I've got lots of these lovely daisy trim pieces, which these are going to just look beautiful on here. Well, hopefully they're going to look beautiful. I haven't tried them. But yeah, I think they're going to look super pretty. Oh, I can never really tell whether there's a right way and a wrong way of these. Oh, do we think that's the wrong way and that's the right way? Probably. Yeah, probably like that. So I'm going to be hot gluing the pieces on just because, you know, for me, that's just the quickest, you know, easiest method. And I've also got some of this pearly trim, which again, you know, may or may not decide to use. So I'm just going to cut some down so as we've got, you know, a more manageable length. But yeah, we might kind of just incorporate some of this, you know, going kind of across like from flower to flower. For instance, like that. I mean, how pretty does that look? I love that look. It reminds me of, oh, what's the word? You know, like Swags and Tails, those curtains that everyone had a few years back. I mean, I loved those curtains. I wish people still had them. But yeah, I mean, obviously people have moved on from Swags and Tails. Oh no, now I've not got any glue. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Right, put a glue stick in. So yeah, hopefully we're ready to go now at long last. So put that in like that. And obviously the hot glue, I mean, it's just going through that tassel and holding it on there, you know, with the cabochon there. I love how these look. They just really look pretty. So what I'm going to do is just glue here to get that pearly trim glued on in the first instance, and then glue my daisy on top like that. Okay, and so then I'll do exactly the same on the one the opposite end. So again, just I'll apply the glue direct to here this time because I don't know quite where it's going to end up, but we want to have that sort of, you know, swags and tails look to it, like the curtains. And then just apply the glue there to the daisy. I mean, how pretty does that look? Love how that looks. It's so gorgeous. I mean, you know, just, yeah, really, really looks gorgeous with the, you know, the pearly stuff. So I'll just bring it up for you to see. Yeah, love things like that. They're just so feminine, aren't they? And so, yeah, just really pretty and girly, I think. So, right, now, just wondering whether we might want to have another little rosebud anywhere. Maybe up there. You know, because we want to make it really interesting, don't we? And have lots and lots of different bits and pieces going on here. So, you know, a bit like the Cluttered Collage Masterboards, it's a case of kind of like, you know, however much stuff that we can cram in and squash on here, really, you know, is going to be much more interesting to look at then. So now up here, I've got this weird thing going on. Now this is where I obviously stitched it on the sewing machine and kind of caught it. So the fabric is then, you know, like ruched. So I'm just going to pop that there and then just glue that daisy on over there, just so that I've got, you know, disguised that a little bit. So like that. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? I've also got my bows here, so I'm just going to see if I've got any that are going to be a sort of suitable colour. I mean, I've got these ones. I'm not really too sure whether these are. I don't know really whether I want to add the, you know, or whether just to keep it really just very strictly, you know, pink and green. Now, I've also got these, which are my, you know, like ribbon embellishment things. So let's just see how we could finish that off. Oh, I've got some bigger bows here, so let's just go for one of those, because I've got some, I think I've got some pink ones, but I've definitely got some white ones. So just going to see how that looks. Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? But having said that, it is quite pretty here, so maybe another, yeah, maybe a little one there. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Now, I've bought some metal pieces along. I know that when I did one of these types of snippet rolls with all the different bits and bobs on before, I used lots of metal bits. So, you know, I definitely wanted to kind of bring them along. The thing is, this is a very different looking snippet roll because obviously it's got the, you know, very delicate colours. So I'm not really so sure as I want to incorporate such sort of strong things as the metal, if that makes sense. So, you know, it might kind of take on a bit of a harsh look compared to the actual snippet roll itself, which is very delicate and pretty and, you know, feminine looking. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I want to do that. Oh, that's quite pretty on there. What do we think? Again, is that just a little bit on the yellow side now? Oh, this is better. Yeah. So sometimes it's just, you know, the wrong colour, isn't it? And finding one that's a better colour match. So yeah, definitely that looks better to me. So let's just glue this one down. Okie dokie. So I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting, having a nice time. It's really chilly here today. I will just say this again, I do feel my head, so I either say this in every video, but honestly, I just don't want people thinking, what is she talking about? You know, if you catch this video and you don't normally watch, so you don't realise I'm filming ahead, I don't want you to just think that I'm either just a lunatic or completely just making it up. No, it is actually really chilly. Now, just check in, which centre would I like on there? I mean, that's quite pretty. Or maybe even the white to keep it really like neutral. Or we could just do like a little daisy in there. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? I didn't put the actual centre layer in yet. I don't know whether it really needs it. To me, I feel like maybe that's one too many. You know, it actually looks quite pretty without that centre. So I think, yeah, maybe more just like this. So just glue this one down. There's an up way and a, you know, right way and a wrong way. Oh, that really. Okie dokie. Oh, how pretty does that look? So pretty, isn't it? Yeah, love how that looks. Right, I've also got my white pom-pom trim. And again, I don't know whether this is just going to look too monstrous on here now. I brought it along because I thought, oh, you know, that's going to look really lovely. But yeah, now I'm actually sat here, I'm thinking, it's maybe a bit too huge, you know, to actually have on here. Because I'm wanting to, you know, to go for quite a delicate sort of look. It maybe just is a bit too, you know, too big. What do we think? Well, that's quite pretty, I suppose, isn't it? So, yeah. I mean, we want it to look interesting, don't we? And have, like, all different things. We don't want to be, like, all the same stuff everywhere. So, yeah, let's just pop that down. Okay. Okie dokie. Just check which daisy. I know it's really, like, hardly any different, but, you know, they are slightly different. And to be honest, sometimes that slightest difference can make all the difference. So, you know, you want to kind of get the right look, don't you? And the right flower. So I'm now just wondering whether I might have a bit more of that pearly trim. I don't know whether this is, you know, going to look weird if I have it up here. Maybe over here. Oh, I don't know now. The problem is when I cut this snippet roll, you know, yeah, I don't want to end up cutting into the pearly trim, but so just gluing that down like that and then pop the daisy down on top. Like that. Okay. And this end as well. Oh dear. Like that. Okay, got a slightly different shaped daisy here. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. I don't normally like these pointy shape flowers, you know, and I've talked about this before, but, and we've kind of cut the petals before, haven't we, to kind of soften them up. But yeah, actually this one looks really, really pretty, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, how gorgeous does this roll look so far? Really lovely, isn't it? Right, so let's move it along a bit. I've also got some pink lace trim, actually, which, you know, we could maybe have some of this on here as well. Let's just cut this down. I mean, obviously I've made the snippet roll ahead and, you know, I have stitched on it and things. But yeah, just kind of, you know, gluing additional bits to finish it off. I mean, you could, I suppose, stitch these, but I mean, obviously there's going to be things that are not going to be stitchable, you know, like the wax cabashan and things, you know, you couldn't stitch through that, obviously. Just going to try this ribbon again. I think this ribbon is just too big. You know, it doesn't look delicate or anything, does it? So, yeah, it's kind of not really going to work. Let's have a look. See if I've got any pretty gems in the right colour. Not in that one. No, not in that one. Right, let's see in this one. I mean, what are the odds, you know, of all these lovely gems and not a single one in the right colour? I mean, what's going on there? I've got these thingamybobs up here. I think these might be brads, actually. Which, I don't mind the brads, but it feels like it's a bit of a waste. Oh, Pearl Charms, it says. These might not be brads, you know. Had these for a long time. Or these might have even been in Happy Mail. I actually can't remember, so I do apologise. Oh no, they are a brad, look. Oops. Ooh, can't get it out the packet. Well, to be honest, I could always, you know, cut the metal off. I mean, it doesn't look like it's the, you know, sturdiest of brads. So, yeah, I can just cut the sides off. So as we have then a little pearl. Like that. Oh, they look quite pretty on there, don't they? Because, again, you know, it's just about having that gorgeous, you know, not neutral colours, but, you know, well, pastel-y colours, I suppose, and, you know, pale colours, pretty types of colours and things. So, yeah, we could just kind of incorporate that, maybe like that. So, let's just go on there. Okie dokie, and then, yeah, let's just pop this down on the end. Whoops. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. See if we want another one of these flowers now. So I think this is an ivory one. I know that sounded a strange thing to say, but I just mean, you know, sometimes when you put them down, you think, oh, it's not as ivory as I thought, you know. So, yeah, it wasn't that I literally couldn't tell whether it was ivory or not, but sometimes I just think when you put them down, it's kind of like, oh, it's not as ivory as it first appeared. So let's just glue that down there. Okay. Oops. I don't know whether I had enough glue there. Okie dokie, and a bit more. Like that. Okay, let's just see if we want to have a daisy in the middle of that one. Oh, come on. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, so pretty on there. Scrumptious. Scrumptious, scrumptious. Right, okay. Move this across a little bit. Again, I just went for the 2 layers rather than the 3 because I just didn't really feel like it actually needed the 3 layers, to be honest. You know, the 2 layers were kind of sufficient. So I think these are too bright a pink. What do you think? You know, I don't want it to suddenly have like a really bright sort of garish look. I mean, not that it's a garish colour pink, but, you know, it's quite bright, to be honest. So let's just see what else I've got here. Oh, I also did bring in my little postage stamp charms, but I think maybe they're a little bit, again, bright for the pieces that we're going to be going with. So, right, let's put this down across there. Like that, okay. Yeah, that looks pretty. Let's pull in another white bow. Oh, now I'm not sure whether I've got any more white bows. Dear. Oh, come on. Oh, I have got a very pale pink one. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, very pretty. Oh, that's lovely there. So I'm not even going to straighten its legs out. You know, I'm just going to leave it kind of completely lopsided like that because it looks lovely like that, doesn't it? So, yeah, really, really love that. Okay, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Right, let me just bring in my postage stamps. I mean, I think you will see what I mean. They're all quite bright. And, yeah, I mean, I pulled them in because I thought, oh, you know, they may look nice because there were a couple of green ones, but I mean, who am I kidding? The green, hello, look at how bright that is. It's not going to keep my snippet roll looking feminine and delicate, is it? It's going to look pretty yuck and yeah, not very delicate at all. So I think, yeah, I'll shy away from that and steer clear of that. I've also got these little metal pieces, but it, you know, I'm wondering whether these two are going to be, you know, either too bright silver, too bright gold, or too bright copper by the looks of things. So let's just have a look. Come out. Can't even get them out. Hang on. Oh my goodness, how many things are sort of wrapped up in here. I wonder why they needed to wrap it like that. It's a bit silver, isn't it? I know. I thought it was going to be honest. Even as I was unwrapping it, I thought, well, I think this is going to look too bright. But I thought it might have looked okay, you know, once it was down. Let me just have a look at this. So this kind of antique bronzy colour. I just wondered whether it might look subtle enough to get away with. Oops. Let's have a look. I mean, I think they're a little bit, not heavy, but, you know, they are a little bit on the dark side, aren't they? So, yeah, I don't think I'll go with those. So it looks like we're just going to have to stick with, really, our, you know, daisies and what have you. I'm going to try another tassel, I think, so, because that just looked so pretty, didn't it? Now, unfortunately, I don't have any more of those colour of the wax cabochons, so I must do some more of those. That's a bit bright. Just having a look through my bag of tassels. So I got this green. So this is okay, isn't it, the green? I don't know. I'm going to look through to see if I've got a more minty green. I mean, I've used a lot of these tassels. There are a lot left, it's got to be said. But yeah, I've used quite a lot of them already. They're really fun to use and yeah, just really love the look of them. But whether I've got quite the right one now. Oh, that's pretty there. Right, so yeah, I'd quite like to have that one. Now, if I haven't got the right colour, I don't think I have. I mean, I've got purple, but that's adding purple to this, which I didn't really want to do. So, oh, I can't believe I haven't got the right colour. And I've got that one, but it is quite a bright green, isn't it? What do we think to that? Or the other thing that I thought, actually, just now, and then kind of suddenly forgot already, is I could use these pearly brads. You know, instead of like the wax cabochon, I could just maybe use this. So let's snip those ends off, those sides off. Just see. It's a bit small, isn't it? What do we think? I mean, there's this, obviously, which is much more colourless. Or that. I have to say, I'm thinking this, even though it is a bit small for my liking, not really kind of what I was actually hoping for. I think the fact it's bigger, it's, you know, it's just making that bit more of a statement, isn't it? So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to go for that one. Which I just wonder whether, could I put a little flower layer down, which would make a bit more, oh, I mean, it's a bit of a scruffy looking flower, isn't it? What's happened to this, I wonder? What is it looking so tatty? Well, that's quite pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this, you know, handle, I don't know whether you call it the handle, but, you know, the loop of the tassel, it's kind of like spreading on this one, which it wasn't on the previous one. So just glue that down separately, glue the flower like that, okay. Okay, and just pop a bit of glue under those petals. Looking good, looking good. And then, yeah, my pearl center. Oh my goodness. How pretty does that look? You know, when you make sort of things like this, I mean, I find this with the cluttered collage masterboards, and I obviously find this with these. You suddenly get a particular section that, you know, just stands out to you, you know, more than the rest. This section, you know, with this pretty flower, it's so delicate. It really just looks gorgeous. So yeah, I think this might be my favorite section of the whole thing. It looks so pretty. I mean, I love the whole thing, to be honest, but yeah, just there's something really, really, really pretty about it. Okay, let's just see if we want to have a couple of little roses there. Oops. Okay, I think this is the right way round. Like that, okay. Right. We'll just move this along. Now, quite often when I do things like this, I do dot around, you know, jump about. I haven't done that today. I don't know really why, but yeah, just I've contained myself and just, you know, or contained or restrained. Anyway, one of those things, and worked kind of methodically along the snippet roll. So yeah, just interesting to kind of work in a slightly different way. Oops, that's one of those tiny daisies. Oh, we could have that there, couldn't we? Okay, so I need just a couple of bigger ones, I think, because the pearls kind of need bigger daisies to sort of sit under. One or the other, anyway. Okie dokie. Oops. Ah! Come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Very fiddly. This snippet roll was just moving along, you know, as I was moving, it was moving. So it was just proving pretty tricky to get to, but yeah. Don't you love these colours together? They're so ice creamy, aren't they? Is it just me who thinks of ice creams when they look at these types of colours? I mean, they do just shout summer, don't they? And yeah, shout summer and ice cream to me anyway. So like that. Just got this little rosebud, which I just wondered whether I could have that somewhere. Maybe over there. Oh, I don't know. Maybe up there. Okay. Oh, how pretty is this looking? I wonder whether I need any more of the, you know, bobbly trim, the pom-pom trim. Because we've only had that once, haven't we? Only used it once so far. Yeah, what do we think? Do we need some more of that somewhere else? Maybe. Maybe. Because, I mean, it did look quite pretty, didn't it? I mean, I had my doubts at first because it was quite big. But, yeah, I think it did look okay once we'd put it down. Okay. Well, we could even have it sideways on. I'm not sure whether I think it looks so good sideways. What do you think? I think it's better lengthways, but just wanted to try it sideways and just see. Okay. Oops. Place that down like that. Yep, and then got a bit more of that lacy trim. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? And I'm going to have it just overlapping a little bit onto that green, because my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? So, like that, okay. Oh my gosh, come on. What is going on here? Ah. Okay, now just get rid of this thread. Just a thread from obviously the sewing. Right, okay. That looks pretty, doesn't it? I seem to have my pearly trim knotted up here. Okay, right. So I'm thinking we could possibly just have one more pearly trim bit. Maybe here. I'm just going to check what that would look like, you know, with that bit of pink lace, because I do really like the pink lace anyway. So yeah, do we want to have that there, or we could have this further along? Maybe might prefer it here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so again, just glue this down like that. And I have got those other couple of tassels, so I could even still add those somewhere. Okay, and glue this one down. Oh my goodness. Ah, my gosh, come on. I don't know what's going on here. It's just, it's really not wanting to cooperate at all with me. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think it obviously it was kind of like a weird shape where it had been knotted. So it's not really then working. Or not working as I'd hoped anyway. So yeah, let's have that there, I think. Now we're just going to see whether we could have a tassel coming out from there. It's possibly a little bit weird. Perhaps we'll try and put the tassel somewhere else. Maybe here. And I did really like the tassel with that pearl, you know, pearl thingamabob, you know, this. So let's just see how that would look. Okay. Again, just cut these little stems off. I mean, I'm just doing that because they're, you know, a little bit flimsy, and I'm not using this as a brad, you know, I'm just kind of using it more like a gem. So it doesn't need those legs on it, does it? You know, they easily can come off, and actually they are better coming off in this instance. So yeah, let's just get rid of those bits into the bin. Did not glue this one down yet, so let's go back and glue that down. Okay, now I'm just going to check in my little bag whether I've got any of these small flowers, you know, that I've been using, that I've bought from Amazon, because I'm thinking actually they may be quite nice on here. I think I need to buy some more of them actually. I have like loads, and yeah, I've obviously used them all. I know I have used them a lot, but yeah, I didn't realise I'd used them quite so quickly. Oh, look. Just got one orange one. Clearly not the right colour at all. Ooh. Oh, hang on. What's this? I've got a cream one. That's good colour. Got a lilac one. Not a good colour. Well, I mean, it's a good colour, but not for this. Oh, I've got a white trim. Oh, glad I looked in this bag now. Oh, that's lilac, so no, not that. Definitely not that. Just having a bit of a quick rummage through. See if I've got anything else in here. Sorry about this. I know it's probably pretty boring watching me, you know, effectively doing nothing, because of course you can't see what I'm rummaging through. But yeah, I just need to kind of have a quick look through here, because you know, just in case I've got any more of those little flowers kind of lingering around anywhere, because they look really pretty, don't they? Oh, how rubbish is that? got one more, but I think that's, oh no, that's a big one. That was a big one anyway, so yep, completely the wrong one. So let me put that down. I do have one more bag that I could rummage through. Now, what have I done with it? That's the question. Well, I can't even see it, to be honest. Don't even know where that bag is. So yeah, let's not bother. Right, okay, let's separate this out. I mean, these flowers look quite pretty, don't they? So yeah, they can definitely go on here somewhere, can't they? Let's just see whether... What do we think to that? I could separate these out so they're not in a little set of two. They might be better, you know, separate. So that one and this one. Okay. Let's get rid of my bits and pieces into the bin. Oh, I'm so rubbish at being able to tell which is the right and the wrong side of these flowers, honestly. Don't know whether I've that's something that just I struggle with, or perhaps we all do, I don't know. I think that looks rubbish actually, so let's just try this one with the unruly, those unruly leaves, petals even. Must see, just getting my flower pots anyway confused now. So right, okay, let's glue this down here. Right, and I'm going to try and glue those leaves, I've called them the leaves again, petals. Try and glue those petals down a bit. So that's, yeah, just kind of so they're not quite so unruly. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So yeah, and then just glue that centre in. Okey-doke. And I mean, those tassels are quite long, but I mean, you could always cut them down if you wanted them to have a little, you know, bit of a smaller appearance, you know, so it's just like a baby tassel then. So I've left the other two long, but yeah, I mean, that looks quite cute, doesn't it? So let's just now go back along the length of the snippet roll and just fill in any little bits that we think, oh, you know, that could have another flower there, or, you know, another something there, maybe a bow or something. So yeah. There maybe. Yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Okie dokie. Just check whether we want any more of the little daisies up this end before we move it along. Oh, that's quite cute there. Okay. Right, moving along. So yeah, probably don't want this because again, it is taking on that quite a yellow sort of appearance, isn't it? So yeah, it's just, you know, until you put it there, sometimes you can't tell, you know, you think it's going to work fine. And then when you put it there, it's like, oh, actually, that doesn't look very good. You know, the same with these. I mean, I thought it was going to look good. They are really too big. So, you know, they're just not really working on there, are they? Oh, I've just noticed I have got some of that leaf trim in the pink. Oh, this is going to be like super fiddly if I decide to put this down. How am I going to even get it on there? I don't know. Well, it does look quite pretty on there. I think I'm better off gluing that onto flat surfaces. I think definitely that's going to be a step too far. Just having another quick look behind me. Have I got anything else? No. Right. I've just remembered I've got these. Oh, no. Look at how bright these are. What am I thinking? Definitely not those. Not going to go with those. They just look ridiculous, don't they? Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty up there. Okay. So literally just, you know, filling in anywhere that I think, oh, you know, that could have something else squished in. You know, that's all I'm kind of moving along, working my way along doing. Just going to see if I've got another bow, because the bows did look quite pretty, didn't they? So I've got another white one here. Okay. Don't know whether it will look okay. You know, I don't know whether there's anywhere even it can fit, but let's just see. Oh, that's pretty there. Yeah, okay. So, right, let's just glue this down. Like that. Okay. Right. And we've just got this here. So moving along. I think maybe here. Maybe up there. Looks pretty. Because, I mean, also, you know, this may not be used in its entirety. When I come to use this, it may be actually it's just used in parts or pieces, you know. We don't know until we come to use these things. Well, I don't anyway. You know, how they're going to be used. So that's also worth bearing in mind is, you know, sometimes we can kind of put things and think, oh, that looks rubbish. But actually, if you cut it into chunks, you know, what did look rubbish as a long piece might actually look really quite fine. You know, if it's actually then, you know, just being used in a sort of small portion, a small section. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Now, do we want any more of these little daisies anywhere? What do we think? So sorry that I'm dithering around a lot. It just is one of those things where, you know, you want to have the bits in the right places, don't you? And, you know, it does take quite a bit of, you know, double checking and moving things around, doesn't it? Before you can sort of decide whether things are in the right places. So, yeah, I mean, I think probably that's probably enough stuff on there. The only things that I'm just wondering whether I might like to add... Oh, I didn't add this little flower in the end, did I? Let me come back along this way. Just see whether we could have this anywhere. Thinking somewhere around here. Oh yeah, in there. So just pop that one down there. Okay. I wonder if we could have a little white rolled rose in the middle of that. Looks pretty, doesn't it? So. Oh, how cute does that look? Oops, it's a bit misshapen now, but never mind. It hopefully looks okay. I mean, obviously, once it's all, you know, once it's all being used, it's not going to really show up too much anyway. Right, let's have a quick look along the length of the snippet roll. So this is this end. Love this section. Probably this and that other section with that other tassel is probably my favourite bit. So we've got this section here. Gorgeous. This bit here. These bits. I mean, how pretty does this look? It's so gorgeous, isn't it? Excuse me. Oh, I just love how it's turned out. It's so, so, so pretty. So, yeah, I hope that you like it. Had a lovely time, obviously, making it and decorating it up with all these little bits. Feel like I might have to do another one of these soon, because I've only ever done one, you know, embellished sort of snippet roll ever before. And yeah, they're really, really fun to do. So I might have to come back and do another one, because yeah, they are really good fun. And it's a great way to use up some of your trims and your bows and things like that. So yeah, I hope you like it. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.